All right, guys. This is the Module 10's challenge, the team generator. Uh, Here you have all of our code. Starting with the test here, we have the employee test, engineer test, intern test, manager test. So we're going to go ahead and do a run test to see that they all pass. NPM run test using Jest is going to filter through all of them. As you see, there's 4 total test suites, and there's a total of 13 tests in each of these. So we have some that have several of them, like asking for the object that's being created, and then also like the inputs. And some of them only have the input that's designated for each of these employee roles. So that is 4 test suites, 4 test files, total of 13 tests passed. That's in total from these 4 test suites. That being said, we can go ahead and clear this, and we can go ahead and run the node. So who is the team manager? Now I've built this so it can only accept certain answers for certain questions. So if I was to put a number in a question like this that requires a string, it will ask you to please enter it again. So just demonstrating that, I'm going to say manager name is me. Manager ID, go ahead and put a string. Doesn't need to enter it again. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Manager's email. If I put something random, it says it only accepts a email address, so you need to put a valid email address. So let's do manager@gmail.com. This number 111. Well, let's do a string just to show that it needs a number. So 111. Let's do engineer. Now, as you can see, it asks all the questions. So ID, email, office number that's designated to the manager. And then next, it's going to ask you to choose another role. So the another role is going to be engineer, and the name of this is going to be, let's just say Bob. ID 54321. His email, let's say engineer@gmail.com. GitHub username. This can accept both string and numbers because username is usually a combination of both. So let's just call it a GitHub user. Like to add another team member, let's go ahead and say yes. If you were to say no, it would end it. Let's say intern. Intern's name is Tiffany. ID, let's say it's 15243. Intern@gmail.com. Oops. Full name, let's say it's Georgia Tech. I'd like to add another team member. Now, if you say no, it will successfully create it. Now, here in the dist tab, or dist folder, excuse me, it will create the HTML right alongside the style CSS, but that CSS stays uh, for any of the HTML that's created. So you can go here, open in default browser, and then here you'll have it. So you'll have a manager card, engineer card, and intern card, or however many that you would add. It would include the name that you input, the role, and an icon separating each one. You'll have the ID, you'll have the email that will be able to display a contact to them directly through the email, and then the office number for the manager, the GitHub username with a link to that username, and then the school. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is present. You can use this HTML and CSS any way you'd like. There are the tests. Here's the library of JavaScripts for each individual employee role. Here's the generate HTML with the HTML that's created with template literals. And then the get ignore with node modules DS store, package lock, package JSON, README, and of course the main index has all the prompts that are created that you just saw. And that's pretty much it.